Hello everyone. Today we are going to see the database concepts and the structured query language. This presents in both grade 11 and grade 12 in IT CBSE syllabus. So let's start that. I hope you understood the Python for grade 12 already. I uploaded grade 11. Soon I will upload the Python syllabus. Okay. Now this both grade 11 and 12 can watch and understand. Okay. Let's start. So in grade 11, the unit 3, database concepts and structured query language is there. In that, introduction to database concepts and its need, database management system, and what is a relational data model, domain, tuple, relation, candidate key, primary key, what is alternate key, all that. Then advantages of using the structured query language, what is meant by data definition language, data query language, and data manipulation language. Introduction to MySQL and creating a database using MySQL, data types, then definition, how to create the table, how to fetch the data from the table, all that things are there for grade 11. And in grade 12, we have the extended things of grade 11, that is the math function, text function, date functions, aggregate functions, and the manipulating data, queuing and manipulating data using group by, having, order by. So when you want to use these functions, first you should know how to create the table, how to use the select statement, how to insert the values in the table, all that. So grade 12 also, the children should know how to create the table and how to insert the values inside the table and how to fetch the data from the table. Then only you can able to use these functions. So both the children can get advantage of this video. Now, what is SQL? So SQL stands for Structured Query Language. So supported database software is MySQL, Access, Sybase, Oracle. These are all some supported database software is there. Then some basic SQL terminology is there. The first one is database. Database. What is database? So it is a collection of table. We have a student table. Like table means nothing but the information, the details. Or we have a teacher's information, student information. Then in our school, some libraries, that means that book information. All that are called table. So the student information, teacher's information, library information, everything will be in the form of table. That collection, the group of tables, it is a collection of tables, that is called the database. So this is the just in the symbolic way I have just shown over here. Then relational database. So database means it is a collection of tables. Relational database means a database where tables have some sort of relation using the values can be retrieved using more than one table. Now see here, just for your easy identifying, I just given this one here. Like see, product table, order table. We have two tables and one more table called customer table. So in product table, we have a product ID, product name, product rate. Then in order table, we have a product ID, order ID, customer ID, invoice number, quantity. Now in the customer table, we have a customer ID and order ID from whom we are taking the order, that order ID is there in the order table. That data we are taking here in the to the customer table. Then the customer name, customer address, product ID. So this product ID from the product table we will take. Now see here, the product ID is taken from one table. Then the order ID is taken from other table. Now we are making a new table called customer table. So this is, we are making a relation. We are doing a relation between the tables and creating one more table, or we want to fetch the data from that. So these type of relations between the table is called as relational database. So okay, what is table? So table is a relational database system, is a collection of information. This information is further divided into rows and columns. So table means nothing but it is a relation. Okay, so it contains the rows and columns. So for example, product ID number is 001 and the name of the product is Parle-G biscuit. And what is the rate? So these are all the information in that. So here product ID, product name, product rate are called as the field name or the column name. and the table is called as product. So the table is otherwise called as a relation also. Then the next is attribute. Attribute means a column in a relation is known as attribute, a field or a column. Now see here, this is a student table example is given. Here in the student table, we have a name, then so many columns like home, phone, address, office, age, like that, so many information we have. So this heading, normally we say, no, that is called as the attribute or a column. So column in a relation, relation means nothing but the name is called, the table name is called as relation. Okay, so here the table is called a student table. So a column in a relation is known as attribute. Then what is tuple? A row in a relation is known as tuple. The other name for tuple is called as a record. So suppose for example here if you are taking Dick Davidson. So he is having a record like his home phone number is not installed and his address is there, his office phone is there, his age. So Dick Davidson is having some details here in the table, that is called as his record. So the record in a relation is known as a row or a tuple. A row in a relation is known as the tuple. Then the degree means the number of columns in a table is known as the degree of the table. For example, here, how many columns we have? Name 1, SSN 2, home phone 3, address 4, office phone 5, age 6, GPA 7. So 7 columns we have. So what is the degree of this particular table student means? You have to write 7. That is the number of columns in a table is known as the degree of the table. Then cardinality. So cardinality means just in the opposite way, the number of rows in a table is known as the cardinality of the table. So here how many rows we have? Benjamin is first row, then Chung is the second row, then Dick Davidson 3, 4, 5 rows we have. So the cardinality of the table student is 5. Okay, so all this detailing we will see. This is just that basic terminology of this SQL. So just I am showing this. Okay, then primary key, candidate key, alternate key. So primary key means an attribute group that can identify each rows of a table uniquely is known as primary key. For example, here if you are seeing, here we have one table. In this student ID, first name, last name, course ID we have. So in this particular table, the student ID is act as a primary key. With the help of the student ID, uniquely we can able to identify the record. So the student ID won't repeat. No one else have your own student ID. So that type of value we can take as the primary key. Then candidate key means an attribute that can act as a primary key in the table known as candidate key. Okay, so that in absence of like primary key, it can be act as a primary key. That is the work of a candidate key. Then attribute like alternate key. So alternate key is an attribute that can act as a primary key, but bit selected as the primary key is known as alternate key. Then the next one is a foreign key. So here we have a student table and one more table course we have. So here course ID and course name is there. Now see here in the student table also we have a column called course ID. So here in this particular course table, the course ID is a primary key. So it has to be defined somewhere in the primary key. Then that particular column you can use in another table as a foreign key. So detailing we will study all this in the coming videos. This is just the terminology. Okay. Now SQL comments. So SQL basically we are going to study two different things, that is the DDL command and DML command. DDL means data definition language. DML means data manipulation language. So under DDL we have create table, alter table, drop table. Then DML, under DML we have insert, delete, update and select. Okay. Now next is what is the difference between this DDL and DML? So DDL is data definition language. DML means data manipulation language. And DDL commands are basically used to manipulate the database, table and its structure. Okay, you can manipulate the database, table and its structure. DML comments are used to manipulate the records available in the table. Okay, so here the structure there inside the table, that is the DML. And here the example, create table, alter table, drop table, and DML, the example is insert, delete, update, select, all that. So in the next video, we will see how to create the table and what all the table creation and DML comments are there. All that in the next video we will see.